And next topic is meter bridge. Meter bridge is the another form of Wheatstone's bridge. Here we are taking manganese wire of the length 1 meter which is attached to the two ends of the board. And near the manganese wire there is 1 meter length of scale reading is there, and the end A having one copper strip is C and end B have another copper strip D. In the middle there is E copper strips are there, and in between C and E unknown resistance is there, and this resistance we have to calculate by means of this meter bridge. And gap 2 there is a known resistance is connected, and in between the strip E, from the strip E galvanometer high resistance jacky is connected, and the end A there is one Lagrange cell is connected, the other end of the Lagrange cell is connected to the key, the other end of the key is connected to B. And when we moved jacky, therefore the galvanometer deflection is 0. Therefore AJ value is L1 and BJ value is L2. The two lengths L1 and L2 which is replace the resistance in Wheatstone's bridge. Therefore P by Q equal to R by S equal to R dash AJ by R dash BJ. R dash cancel, so we can get P by Q equal to AJ by BJ. And this R dash is nothing but resistance of the wire per unit length. Therefore P by Q equal to L1 by L2. Therefore P equal to Q into L1 by L2. So this P resistance we have to calculate. And next in this wire A and B some soldering is there. So soldering means some extra resistance is there. So that resistance we call, so it is known as the end resistance. So this error can be overcome by replacing PQ. Suppose we can interchange P and Q and take another readings, and afterwards average reading we can take, and this value which reduce the end resistance. So we know that the resistance value is equal to rho into L by A. This rho value is nothing but resistivity, or the rho value is known as the specific resistance. So now instead of R we have to write P. Therefore P equal to rho into L by A, whereas rho is nothing but it is known as the specific resistance. Therefore rho equal to P into A by L. This A is nothing but it is known as the area of the wire. So area of the wire means the wire we can connect it, it is look like a circle. So that area of circle means it is pi r square. Therefore the specific resistance rho equal to P into pi r square into L. Here P value we are calculated, and pi r square value is a standard value and L value is also constant. So we can easily calculate the specific resistance. This is known as meter bridge. Our next topic is potentiometer. Actually this potentiometer is used for the accurate measurement of potential differences, current and resistance. In this potentiometer there is one wooden board is there. In this wooden board totally 10 lines are there. That is, it is made up of manganese wire or constantine wire. At length is 1 meter. So totally 10 meters of wire which is having 10 lines are there. Now we are represented by the circuit diagram. CD is the length of the wire, and at the top end one battery key is connected. This representation is known as the primary circuit, and the downside C is connected to one battery. The battery EMF is I, and the negative terminal is connected to galvanometer high resistance to jacky. Now the potential difference across CJ is equal to battery EMF psi. Therefore no current flows through the galvanometer. Therefore CJ is known as the balancing length, CJ equal to L. As already we know that Ohm's law V equal to IR, here R, capital R equal to R into L. This small r is known as the resistance per unit length. This R we can substitute here. Therefore V equal to RL into I. Therefore instead of V I am writing here Xi, which is equal to IRL. IR is constant, therefore the psi, that is the potential difference, is directly proportional to the length of the wire. So this is the principle of the potentiometer. Our next topic is comparison of EMF of two cells with a potentiometer. Now we have to take the same CD connection. At the top end battery key as usual, but after that key we have to connect one rheostat. Rheostat is nothing but it is known as the variable resistance, and this connection is known as the primary circuit. In the secondary circuit we can use one DP-DT switch. DP-DT switch means double pole double throw switch, and here there are 6 terminals are there. The C is connected to terminal M and the opposite side is N terminal, and this is M1 N1. In between one Lagrange cell is connected, the EMF is I1, and the downside M2 N2, the EMF is I2, and here Daniell cell is connected. When the N side we have to connect one galvanometer higher resistant to Jackie. Now the DP-DT switch towards M1 N1, therefore M1 is connected to M, N1 is connected to N. The balancing length is L1. What is known as balancing length? Due to that time the galvanometer shows zero deflection. Therefore Xi1 equal to IR L1. This is equation 1. Now DP-DT switch turn to cell 2, that is M2 to M2 is connected to M and N2 is connected to N. Therefore Xi2 equal to IR L2. This is equation 2. Now we can divide 1 by 2. Xi1 by Xi2 equal to IR L1 by IR L2. IR cancel, so we can write Xi1 by Xi2 equal to L1 by L2. So that this formula is used to compare the EMF of the potentiometer. Now in this circuit rheostat is there. So in this rheostat some resistance we have to vary and with the different currents and repeat the experiment. Finally we can get the EMF. Like that we can take so many EMF and finally we have to compare the EMF of the potentiometer.